and welcome to this episode of Pardon Your French podcast, sponsored by Copper Cup Distillery. You're going to have to lead into the frame here. I'm Vanessa.
I'm Stephanie Laura.
We're here today with Jasmine
And Tanya. And Amy.
Yay! So we've dragged these girls straight from wreath making because we're having a bit of a seasonal holiday activity just up the road. I thought it was a good opportunity and talk to them about life here in rural France at the beginning of December.
Are you all cold? I've just been so cold for like 2 weeks.
Well, yeah.
To the bone cold.
Yes, but I don't mind because it's Christmassy.
Well, it's very festive.
Well, I put my tree up like 2 weeks ago because it was cold. So it's
It cheered you up.
Yeah. And there was Baileys.
Goose.
I need to bring a tree down here, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. There is no room for a tree.
Behind him. Not real.
I could get a Vanessa-size tree.
Little one. A little tree for Vanessa. I love it when people call me small. It's brilliant. It's the best.
You got a big vibe.
I'm like pretty tall for French people. I've had old ladies ask me to help grab things off top shelves, so
Winning.
I was like, yes, I finally arrived. I know you, final. So let's go from Jasmine over. How did you end up living here in France?
Well, I was born in Périgueux, so I didn't really have the choice. But I wouldn't change it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I hated school. I think that's pretty common amongst people my age.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then have you always lived here then? Have you gone away? Did you go away to school? Did you?
Went to university in England,
Yeah.
3 years, and then 1 year abroad, Russia and Vienna.
Wow. What? Russia and Vienna?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Can't do that anymore.
No.
Oh,
Really?
well, you can't go to Russia anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but apart from that, I just came straight back after that.
And then as far as like paperwork, because you went to school here, you just kind of automatically became part of the system, or you applied for nationality, or?
Yeah, we applied.
Yeah.
When everything started kicking off, we were going to be British, and that's not fair. So we just all applied and got it.
So your whole family holds French and British?
Well, mum and dad is more like they've got the carte de séjour,
Yeah.
and me and my siblings are all French.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yes.
Very
I
nice.
didn't realise you were born here. Because when I've ever spoken to you, you just say I'm so English.
Well, yeah.
I had not a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Tanya, how did you end up here?
It's a circumstance that brought me here. It's wasn't planned, and it's been 3 years that I'm here, and I've just now started to realize that it's my new home, and I'm learning French, and I'm planning on things to be able to stay longer here.
Nice. And where are you from originally?
I'm from Kiev.
Oh, okay. Wow. So was it the war that brought you here?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
I did not know I will end up here. It's quite, it's still, because I didn't plan it, it had to be France, but I would never imagine it would be France.
Yeah.
And it still sometimes feels unreal.
I'm sure.
Here.
Yeah, of course, far away.
It's hard to adjust. Like we all, well, apart from Jasmine, who didn't choose to live here, but does anyway. I mean, you could have gone elsewhere, couldn't you? But having not chosen to come here, like we all chose this lifestyle. So, Kiev, were you in the city?
I was born in Kiev.
Yeah.
I was raised in a big city, but I moved recently before everything started to a little town on the outskirts to be closer to my cousin and just to try it out. And yeah, by the circumstances, well, or fate, you don't know how to call it better. That's where it all started. And from there, I traveled throughout Ukraine with my cousin and her mom and some friends in cars. It's a very long story with a lot of details that I don't want to go into right now, but
That's fair.
it was a long journey, and I'm lucky I'm here. Everything was like it was supposed to be, and
It just getting used to living in such a rural setting coming from a city. I mean, it's like you have a different culture, different language, but then on top of that, it's like, especially in winter here, it's just nothing.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, the nature is beautiful. I have to get my license and drive because if you don't have a car, it's really hard to get around. But other than that, I'm enjoying the countryside.
Oh, that's good.
It's inspiring. You go for a bike? Yes, I go. I really like on my bike.
It's okay if it's not peeing with rain, but
I still have to go if
You do? Yeah, you, of course you do.
Well, on to Amy. How did you end up living here, Amy?
Oh, my parents bought a house here about 35 years ago, I think. So we holidayed in the area quite a lot as kids. And then when I was living in France from about the age of 18, but I was in Burgundy, so the other side of France, working on hotel barges. I was a housekeeper, a really bad one. So then I became a chef because I was way more into food than cleaning toilets. So that's how I became a chef. And so I was there. And then my sister set up a wedding planning business here in this area and needed caterers that would do something between the fancy Bordeaux food and the very rustic country French stuff. So I said, yeah, I'll come and try. And that was 2009. And yeah, basically we'd sort of never looked back. And my husband hadn't spent any time in France particularly. He came out for a summer. We really enjoyed it. And then that winter we went back, just put the house for sale and moved out. And yeah.
But he's a surfer too, so
Yeah.
and some of the best surfing in the world is off the coast.
It is. The trouble is, for him, it wasn't, we're 2 hours in the
too
coast.
far.
And it's a bit far. And he grew up close to like the Gower Peninsula, South Wales. So all the beaches. And the great thing about the Gower is if it's not working on one beach, then you can literally sort of make your way down to the South Gower, and then there's always some surf to find. Whereas here, if you get to the coast, it's just the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So you've got surf or nothing. And if it's massive, and it's often pretty chunky, and I mean, he's been surfing since he was about 12, so he can handle it. But it's a dangerous coastline. And you're not guaranteed. So sometimes he'd be like, right, I'm going to get up and go early and get all the way to the beach, and it would be like a pond. And other times you'd go and it would be crazy and too big. And obviously you've got surf reports and webcams and things now, but even with that, you're still risking it. And so that was the hardest thing, actually, making the move here. The hardest part was taking myself to a point, but taking Chris away from the ocean was a bit of a...
Yeah, I grew up near Southsea, which is in between Portsmouth and Southampton.
Yeah.
And 15 minutes, and I used to take Carter and go get him a bacon sandwich in the morning and just sit and just have a lovely time for at the start of the day. So yeah, we said we're going to go and do something next year, didn't we? We're going to take a little day trip to the beach so we should go, girls surf, but I can't surf. I don't know why I'm pretending.
Oh man, surfing.
Bodyboarding.
Yeah, bodyboarding.
If that means I can just lay flat and paddle with my fingers, yes, Lee. Oh, I have done that in the pool.
She's gonna get.
We went in the summer. Don't we, Jazz, you were loving it. Ever seen this? The Little Mermaid, she was. The little
flowing.
No, we weren't surfing. Igor, Jasmine's boyfriend Igor, and Chris went off surfing. And to be fair, Igor hadn't done much surfing, but he did. He stood up. Oh, he was really determined. I was really impressed. And then Jasmine and Sam, my little one, they were just frolicking like dolphins in the little waves. It was very cute.
It is. It's weird. So I grew up pretty close to the coast, and I always treated the sea as like the anchor. I could always tell what direction I was going in based on where the ocean was and stuff like that. But being inland, it took me a while to kind of get my bearings. Be like, okay, what direction am I going? I got to use the sun now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know.
Scam talk.
You never know what happens. That you might have to know where you are and what you're doing and survive in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night?
Yeah. I always imagine. So, like, if you break down, out here,
It's dangerous. It is dangerous. It's quite scary. I know you'll meet. Yeah, I'm breaking down a lot of times, but in the daytime.
if he's high. Don't drive it like in the shit car.
No, I can't because my lights are lighted up at the minute and they've been disconnected for full beam, so I can't drive at night.
Oh.
I know. There's always something. Like, I never used to have these kind of issues in England since I moved here, like the cold and, you know what I mean? Like buying electric blankets and wood and things like that are things I never used to think about or consider.
It's not cold in England.
Yeah, it is cold in England, but there's like all the conveniences. Everything just works. If you have a problem, you can phone. Obviously, Jazz, you are the most advanced out of the group in your ability to like cope with speaking in French to somebody to solve a problem. But do you still encounter that where you're like, oh, I've got an issue?
Oh, I actively avoid it.
Yeah.
My dad can do everything. Like, everyone knows him, Duncan. He's like the guy to do anything you want. So every time I've had an issue, no, honestly, like anything from cars to plumbing to electrics to building, anything. So he's just done everything ever since I was small.
Yeah.
Wow. So we never really needed outside help.
Like, I struggle with French face-to-face. But when it's a telephone call, I'm like,
Oh, I hate it.
I hate it. But I struggle on the phone just like regularly. If I know somebody and they're ringing me and I'm like, oh, God, psych myself up. I'm like, you can answer the phone. You can have a conversation. You're an adult. Then I have to like go through all these processes because I hate telephones. But yeah. So then, Tanya, you said you're just starting to learn to speak French.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. So how are you getting on with people, meeting people, making conversation?
If they're French, you mean?
Yeah,
In general.
in general. I mean, obviously, we're all speaking in English today, so you're having to speak English with us. And
Oh, it's such a burden.
you like hate English. It's the worst language ever.
Well, it is a foreign language to me.
Exactly.
But I forget about that sometimes these days because it became really. I speak it more than I do speak Russian or Ukrainian.
Yeah. And then French, just a little bit.
Sometimes a lot, sometimes a little bit, but I don't like if anyone asks me advice about trying to speak French, try it. If you're gonna hesitate because you're scared, just do it ugly, do it embarrassed. It's never gonna be pretty,
Yeah.
and you're gonna only have yourself to blame if you cannot. I don't know, do something that requires you to do that, but you can speak, that's the worst, but you hesitate because it's not perfect. That's what I suffer with that sometimes. So I've really started just, plowing through it as if nothing matters, because nothing matters.
Yeah. That is a very inspiring way to think about speaking French. And that's exactly what Stephanie needs, because even if it ain't ugly, Amy needs that too. Yeah. All the guys at work say, like, oh, Amy can understand everything we're saying, but she just never speaks any French. She just, like, giggles every
Well,
time.
I know, but there's a power in that because understanding what you're hearing, it's a very different thing, isn't it, than to actually be joining in. And if I have to speak French, then I find that I kind of can.
yeah.
The trouble I've got is in a social setting, because you don't have to. I end up being the sort of shy person in the room, which I struggle with that, because obviously in English, I'm not really shy. I mean, I can be, but do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Like, it changes your personality a little bit, because I do. I'm like,
you can't be. I'm not myself.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do a funny dance,
Yeah.
or whatever.
You said the same thing, though, didn't you? You were like, even though I grew up speaking French all the time, like, my personality is different than French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
are you feisty? Are you shy? Are you?
I'm not.
Do you get a bit sassy? I would if I could speak French.
To be honest, I don't have many French people to talk to. It's really bad. I've ended up in this English bubble.
Oh no.
No, honestly. And the only French people I speak to are the owners of the bar in my village. And I guess I get a little bit gossipy, sort of. I get in with the local gossip with them.
They're the only French people I speak to these days as well. Yeah, Lucien,
But that's that thing, isn't it? It comes back to if you don't have to, then maybe it's just too easy to.
Lucy, because we went for the
Yeah.
jam event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I walked into the bar and I saw everybody English.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just went to order a drink and I said, "Oh, can I have Coke, please?" And he was like, and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool." I said, "Order it in French." But
Yeah.
I don't know. Most people are bilingual that run bars and stuff, aren't they? A lot of the time. But it was my fault for not, because I just saw everybody English.
Yeah.
It didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah.
So I do need to make more of a concerted effort.
But it is surprising, like, how easily you can get by. Like, in summer at work, we do speak French, or we speak with people who are French.
Yeah. All the waiters are French.
Also, yeah, but it's not as much of a friendship conversation. It's like busy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she's got a job.
those tables.
Exactly. There's a job to be done. You've got to boss people around.
Yeah, I'm very bossy.
You tell them what to do in French and English.
So maybe I am the same in French. Just boss bitch.
Yeah, I think you are. Like, I'm sick.
I'm not. It's hard because I like to quip and joke and stuff and throw things in between, and I can't do that in French. I have to just listen all the time. Like you said, you kind of end up sitting back a little bit.
Yeah, you can't get.
It's harder to kind of jump in.
Yeah.
But do you find that happens in English as well? Like, you wish people could get your personality?
I don't think it's quite interesting that like thinking about who are you when you speak one language? Is it the same person when you speak the other language? I find that no.
Yeah, you're not the same person in Ukraine.
It's still me.
Yeah.
But when you use another language, the words don't have the same weight. Some words and other words just have been understood by you in this way that sometimes can be an error, but sometimes it's just, a color of meaning that you got some time ago. You know what I mean? Like, you can be anyone, actually. Like French, let's say. That's how I imagine things to go do it, if I have to. You can be anyone you want.
Yeah.
It's a language, it's a blank slate. People don't judge you as much. At the same time, they judge you more hard because you're a foreigner. So it doesn't matter. Like, you can be yourself, but it will be shown in a different way because it is different. It really is.
But you're right. It's almost like you've got nothing to lose. You can kind of just put yourself out there as much as you're comfortable doing. And it takes a bit of courage, I suppose, to
Oh, a lot.
to put yourself out and to say, but also you're stuck in that you can't put your personality into a conversation the same way if you don't have the same amount of words. But I still think body language is a huge communicator, and so you can still give the look of to portray what that cheeky look when and then you can. And there's a lot to be said for cheers. Oh, cheeky. Look, I've seen all of you do it.
Yeah. But Daz is like, I have 100% fluent, and I still feel like I have a different personality. So there's obviously some kind of nuance there.
But
that affects just kind of the way that you process information.
Yeah.
I think, French
and the environments
process-
you're in and the people you're around in that language.
Exactly.
It's like Harry going to school. My eldest, he's just finished school. He's 18 now. And he said the main struggle he had, he never, ever really accepted that he was going to be a bit French, was that he's like, he couldn't be himself in French. Like, he had friends and it was all fine, but he's really funny in English. Like, he's dry and he's quick and he's a funny, but he said he's not funny in French. And it's a funny thing where people don't really know him, and he never got with any of the girls in college or anything like that. And I think a lot of it's to do with the fact that he isn't his true self. So if he got a French girlfriend, they'd be with that Harry. But Harry wants to be
Harry.
all the colours of him that he is, like himself. So I think
That's a really interesting topic.
it's where you're speaking it. And obviously, if it's only ever in school and in those situations, then the rules and you have to go to lessons and you have to do
Yeah. And then, Jazz, you dated French guys?
Yes.
Has anyone else dated any French people?
No, managed to avoid
So give us the goods. Is it really better?
Jean Ford.
Oh. No, way worse. Are they like? Do they love bomb you the way that it? We imagine. Yeah, they just like they try and sell it. You know, but trying to sell it every Paris.
I mean, I think I was too young for them to be mature enough to do that, to be honest. It was just in school.
Feel like country bumpkins too, which is a little bit different from a Parisian and a Frenchman. They're like, "Do you want to come ride my tractor? Me and my dad, we're gonna cut the 40." Yeah, that's how I imagine they talk out here. Just unique, but just
Some of them are like that.
yeah, they did.
But I know I was attracted to the weirdos, and the weirdos often are weirdos because they have problems.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that like that. I just mean they're separate from the crowd for a reason. But, so I was, silly. Shouldn't have done that.
Now, no.
Oh, we all know.
Better now. We are looking for those. You see, so are you.
So, how did you all meet? Do you remember? I remember the chat.
I remember meeting Tanya at a party. It was at Brian's party. I met you.
Yeah, that's when I first.
So that was you and another lady called Tanya. There was a super suit. Yeah, the Be Good Tanyas, the two good Tanyas. And I met Jazz. Oh, I don't even know when we met. We met about 5 years ago.
Yeah, in a band.
Yeah, and then we left that band and made another band, and now we've just made another one. And it's just the progression of music. But
Yeah,
me and Jazz has always been about music.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I remember meeting you, Tanya, and you were singing.
Yeah, I know, but it was beautiful.
It was and it was like 4 years ago. Yeah. So I guess it was not long after you got here.
No, that would have been the summer after the spring that we arrived here.
Yeah.
And we just dragged you into the studio today. You had no idea this was going to happen. Jazz was like, "Oh, by the way, you're going to do this call." Oh, yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, you can do it." About. She was like, "You want me to do it too?" I was like, "As long as you're willing to talk on camera about living in France." Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
whatever, ask.
Yeah.
Way.
Cool.
Because I only met Jazz when you were singing with Amy. Obviously, I've never met Tanya before today, I don't think. Have I?
No, have I? No.
Oh, you haven't either? Oh,
Yeah.
this is nice.
I know, it's fantastic.
I like things like I like very spontaneous.
People close to my age, although you're probably far younger. What age are you?
A woman now is a 12.
No. Okay, so yeah, it's same as you. Yeah. But it is very exciting.
You know, you have to say because.
39.
Okay.
But it's nice to like meet people kind of in a closer age range, I guess. Because, I mean, generally we hang out with the older populations.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
my closest friends are my parents' age. And I'm like, yeah.
Do you find that? Like, there's not many. I know you obviously went to school here and you've got people your age, but do you find
I don't talk to anyone from school. Not one person, no.
I think the young crowd, you're the young crowd.
Well,
When I go out, you're the young crowd.
And when I go out, there's always loads of young people going to watch you guys play music and stuff like that. And I'm always like, this is where they've been. This is all of them.
All
the youth.
All the kids.
Yeah, at Valentine's last Thursday or the Thursday before, I can't remember now. It was such a good evening.
Yeah.
The music was just amazing. But there was lots of, obviously you were up there and I was trying to film you,
It was like me and Josh.
but you kept on moving.
Shit until her back like gave out. That's what I mean. I'm like dancing with all the mums.
You're in your little finger moves.
Yeah, doing my finger guns.
But it was a really nice atmosphere. But it was a young crowd, which is lovely because I've not come across that actually here.
No.
Yeah, you guys, all your groupies are
Like,
To be honest, our groupies, so Jasmine and I, we have what we call the highlighters, to around our kind of groupies, because the band that we're in with Simon is the highlights.
Yeah.
So the highlighters are the sort of the people that, and they tend to be older. And then in the other band that we're in now, Jamie and the boys, we've got Josh and Julian and Zach. But Josh and Julian are like naughty little devils.
Yes.
And
They're also 29.
they're 29, but going on 15. So the girls just
Go wild.
flock around. But it's lovely because they bring this energy and it does bring a younger crowd. But then when we played places like the Barbican in the summer, we played a couple of really good outdoor gigs there. I'm looking around at all the ages and there's children, obviously, dancing right in the front like they do. And then you've got all the kind of teens.
Yeah.
And then you've got people right up to people in their sort of 80. Yeah. And you're now thinking, it's amazing how everyone's finding the joy in a band of, I mean, I'm obviously the mum, I'm the older one. We're sort of 29 through to 47. But everyone who's watching it and enjoying it is all sorts of ages, and it's great. But then it's quite an eclectic mix of songs and...
Yeah. But there were a lot of young guys at that Halloween gig. I was like, where are all these youthful men?
Tell me about them. I was like,
that's true. Halloween was quite...
Yeah, there were so many young guys.
it was quite a young crowd.
Who are these people?
I guess older people can't be young.
I thought they wear costumes.
Older people hate Halloween.
Yeah.
Can't be bothered.
can't be bothered.
Yeah,
So Joe, I was out.
I'm right about that age now, but I was like, I gotta support my girls. I'm gonna paint my face.
You totally did.
That's it.
You look great. I saw those pictures.
It was nice to do it.
Yeah.
I would never do it in any other... I mean, I haven't dressed up for Halloween for years, but then it was just like, well, we've got to perform, so we just thought, sodden.
Yeah.
Did you see the pictures of Zoe Chesney? She was just...
Magical.
So I went to Valentine's.
Yeah, you were there, weren't you?
And that's where I met her properly.
Amazing.
For the...
This sounds, she was at a whole Valentine's too.
Yeah, she was working there.
Oh, you know.
You very muddy. At the bar.
You were in a costume, weren't you? People were crazy.
You probably had loads of chats.
You used to have someone.
But that's like, I made you every drink you asked for.
Yeah, the gin and tonic, but with no gin. Like, because I'm driving. Oh my God!
We met there.
See how terrible I am. For memory, perimenopause. But yeah, that's the night I met Zoe Chesney when she was dressed as Michael Jackson.
She won.
And that was it. She was just... And then I went to her house for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And just had the best time.
Yeah.
And then met the boys from the chateau. And I was like, oh my God. Just fabulous people. And I would have been here 5 years on the 9th of December. And I'd never really... I've seen them around, but never really had a conversation.
No, because Zoe's got such a big family.
Yeah.
But because there's such a tight family, I mean, they don't do things by halves ever. Zoe's,
Oh my
go
God,
go
I
home
couldn't believe it.
with everything.
Wow.
Fancy dress included. So when Zoe does something, she does do it.
Yeah, I was really honoured that she asked me because we'd only chatted for about 3 minutes, and she's like, "Would you come to my house for Thanksgiving?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's amazing, thank you."
That's so lovely.
And my little boy went with us, and he had the best time because he gets on really well with her two kids. Again, they met at Halloween at Valentine's, so it's opened up his friendship circle a little bit more because he only speaks French at school,
Right.
never at home, and he would tell me that he feels invisible at school. But now you've said that about your son, it clicked with me because I'm like, that's probably why, because his personality may not come through in the language at school because he's been always able to make friends.
Yeah.
Like, no problem. Just 11 and a half now.
Same's my other one. I think the key is to try and just get them to do anything outside of school that is in a French setting.
Yeah.
Anything. Clubs, that kind of anything to get in with French kids who are doing anything outside of actual school.
Yeah.
I just think it gives them a chance a little bit more. I mean, obviously play date sort of thing, but
Yeah. But then I got a bit nervous about that because when I would have English children round, it's never a problem because I could say, are you allergic to anything? The safety thing for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just felt like so much pressure. And Carter's go, oh, for God's sake, you're so embarrassing. Wow. And I'm like, I'm trying.
That was a main problem.
It won't change. No, he's right. But yeah, now you've said that, I'm like, actually, yeah, I've never seen it from that perspective before.
And yet he's like fully embraced the whole being French thing. Like he
loves
sees of himself as a French
Yeah,
child.
he's really
now.
proud.
he does. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you're winning.
But again, the personality, I don't know if his personality comes through.
Well, the next few years could be interesting.
But yeah, it's interesting.
It's all about navigating it, get through.
That was still navigating it now.
I know. So you've been here such a long time then?
Yeah, I've been in France a long time, really. I've probably spent more time living in France now than I have in the UK.
Wow.
kind of
And what made you decide to move to Burgundy, was it?
Oh, I was a bit lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go to uni. Sort of did school, did a bit of time in college. I was kind of always quite creative, not academic in the slightest. Didn't like to be told what to do. So it wasn't going to go down a learning thing. But then a friend of mine, Lucy, who's a fantastic chef and friend from the village where my parents' house is, she said, "Oh, you ought to go and work on these boats, on these barges." She said, "You'd love it. You can go and find yourself, decide what you want to do with your life." And I was 18, so I was like, "Yeah, it sounds like a bit of fun." She phoned the guy who owned the boats, who was her friend, and sort of said, "Oh, I've got lovely Amy, and she wants to come and work." And 2 minutes later, I had a job, and then off I went and worked on these boats. And it was there that I realised I like food. French food particularly, and I was like, okay, I can do this. And my boss was confident that I could run a kitchen. So one winter I went off, did a cookery course, and then he said, "Right, you're the chef next year." And
Wow.
and that was it, in at the deep end. I actually didn't fall in the canal, but I was in at the deep end, and it was amazing. And we were just cruising through all the rivers, like the Seine, the Saône, all the waterways, all the sort of different canal systems around Dijon, all the way down to Provence. And
Wow.
it was amazing. I saw a lot of France, and I learned all the different foods, and and sort of wow, really.
What's your favourite dish to cook? Oh, too many.
As long as I don't have to follow a recipe. I've my favourite. I don't do baking very well. Because I don't like that it comes back to not.
It's
If someone says you have to put this much, I'll go. I don't like. All that. So baking doesn't work so well for me because apparently if you don't get it right, it doesn't rise.
She's a rebel.
So I like a one pot anything. To be honest with you, I'm one of them. I like to just kind of throw it all in and just keep adding until it's sexy enough to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, till it's sexy enough to eat. Oh, I love that tagline.
And then, Jazz, what made you come back after uni? Like, you obviously were in the UK. You kind of got to have that taste, thinking you didn't really necessarily fit in here. But then...
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I only left. I was going to go to Bordeaux to university because I got accepted into psychology, which is what I actually wanted to do. But I was in a bad relationship, and I thought, well, the only way out is if I actually leave the country. So I just applied randomly for languages because that was something I was good at, and then left. I didn't really fit in England, like the whole student lifestyle and freshers week and the binge drinking, like it was a lot. And so I never really made friends over there, to be honest, not many anyway. And so there was no reason for me to stick around afterwards. I didn't have a job, I couldn't afford it, so I just came back.
Nice.
Whereabouts did you study?
Bath.
Oh, it's beautiful there.
Yes, I loved it. I did love the town. I just came back because my family's here. It feels like home. It's safe.
And your dad can do anything. You sit down.
Everything. He can. He's one of them.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah. People's energy here, like what you were saying, Tanya, is like, it's brave. We're all brave to speak French. We're all brave to live in France. We're all brave to have made the choice to put ourselves out there. And so the community as a whole of people who are not French that live here are all people who've done something crazy in their life to end up living here.
There is so much. And occasionally we have the conversation, would we go back? And Chris is in the UK at the moment, and it's lovely to visit and see friends and everything, but I just feel that here we're so lucky to have space.
Yeah.
Because, yes, there are amazing, there's a good community. I mean, things like this obviously help so much, but family's really important here. Like Jasmine's family are so close. And I think that's the reason why you've never gone anywhere, is why would you? You've got this amazing support and love, the foundations of what you need to succeed. but there's space here physically.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like there isn't in other places. And even in like the big cities, we were so lucky we have Bordeaux and things nearby.
Yeah, beautiful to visit.
But this pocket of France,
Yeah.
I think is quite special. And obviously having spent time in different parts of France, and it's beautiful and very different and varied, there is something here. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Here.
There's something here, and we're really lucky.
You heard it here
And
first.
I help the children all the time when they're moaning.
Oh my God.
Oh God, why do we have to live here? We could go to this, and I'm like, you have no idea.
How
privileged. They will realise it.
They will, Jazz.
It's great to see generations of kids coming back now too. Like Lily's come back, Simon's son's they're all kind of from the same generation of kids whose parents dragged them out here when they were little, and then they've gone back to the UK. They've done their time there and gone, actually, mum and dad kind of had it right. Like it's nice to not have to drive and be able to take a bus and to be able to have the convenience of a takeaway and all these things, but that's not what life is really.
Not what you
need. Yeah, that's what I need from your life. And so a lot of them are coming back now, and it's wonderful. Apart from the Brexit thing, it sure
Yeah, which is continually just annoying and makes life more challenging than it should be. But yeah, no, it's funny how, like you said, you went to England and it was basically a foreign country to you.
I still like it.
Yeah,
But not forever.
no,
yeah.
no, it's lovely to visit, lovely to spend time there.
At all.
Do you have it?
No.
Wow.
Well, I lost my passport for about 3 years.
You put it somewhere so safe.
Do you know what? Because I moved between the chalet and then the main house, because in the summer, the main house and the gîte are rented. So I moved down here, and then I had to go back to England to do like this event thing. And I was like, I'm really sorry, I can't come. I can't find my passport.
Wow.
And 3 years. I found it in the bed underneath in one of the little, eventually, and then it had expired. So I have now got new passports for me and Carter. So I'll go back when we go May or September next year. But I haven't. I haven't been back. But I haven't wanted to go back, which sounds really awful. But we're lucky with technology. I spoke to my cousin on the phone last night for 2.5 hours, and I used to see her like most weekends.
Yeah.
So, but I feel because of the internet, I feel like I am. She's just at the end of the phone.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't really miss England in that.
No, it's easy enough to check in with. I think I probably speak to my sister more than my sister who lives down the road from her.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Those two are like 10 minutes apart. But actually, I feel like you check in more maybe when you're not physically together all the time.
Yeah, especially
When you do talk,
it's happened.
Yeah.
I think that's because I moved right in the middle of it, obviously.
But lost your passport.
Timing.
It was all fate, though. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. You lost your passport, and if you hadn't, maybe you would have gone back. Just my being in that.
Maybe
We're just meant to
have been here.
meant to be
I've done my time here. My house is now on the market, so I am moving. I don't know where yet. Maybe what she'll be like now. I'm moving.
You're moving on.
Moving that side of the
France. Yeah, through the river.
Yeah, that way. I want to be in the Dordogne now. I love to say the Dordogne. Yes, cool Dordogne. In the Dordogne. And that is because I think it's a really nice atmosphere, like you guys with the music and stuff. I love to just go out and not go party mad, but enjoy music and just have some conversation and things like that. Go on my clubbing days, unfortunately, now. But this side, I'm a little bit further afield, so it's like a 2-hour round trip for me.
Yeah. You need to get closer.
Yeah, so
Closer to Vanessa.
Oh,
God,
the work wife.
The work
My
wife.
work wife. Yeah. The public hasn't seen me drunk anywhere, so that's very good for us.
I'm the public.
Have you seen me drunk?
I'm Millie's.
Oh, fuck.
Have you never done a drunk podcast? Hey, can we do a drunk? We'll get Zoe Chesney in.
Yeah, I'd have a sleepover.
We could have a cocktail podcast party. So Sun Finley makes great cocktail.
We need a Christmas one, don't we?
Yeah, you need to do a piss up, and we'll all come to you so that you don't have to drive anywhere.
There's plenty of bedrooms.
She's no different, but
I just invite.
I'm no different.
Get drunk, yay!
Just Karen, I'm just louder. I don't know how that even happens because I'm loud anyway. But we need to do that.
well, things deteriorated quickly when we brought Amy in.
Not very naughty. She's got a little glint in her eye.
Having people tell me what
I'm the grown up here.
you are a really adult.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really wonderful. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. It was a lovely surprise.
Yeah, I do stay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
After your wreath making course.
yeah, and thank you for watching, listening, however you get your podcasts. Please continue to follow us and like and click and do all of the things on social media so that we can interact with you.
Yeah, and then can we link below all the albums to the music and where your events are happening and stuff over the next.
We'll sell them. We're selling them to the world.
We are. Love it. I love it.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Great, that's